Good morning, everyone. So, I just dropped off my son at daycare. I'm on my way to drop off my prescription at Walmart so I can get whatever the doctor gave me at the hospital. I'm good now. That was a hell of a ride the other day, and you know, sometimes when things happen to us, we don't know and we think the worst. I kind of had a feeling as to why that happens. I have such a sensitive stomach, and I know that I haven't been eating the greatest, and I know I posted the other day that I was at the gym and like I haven't been doing the best. I haven't been on top of my game, and basically what happened that night is all of a sudden I just started feeling like some really sharp stabbing pains, and I felt like everything in my stomach had expanded, and I felt it so tight around my ribs, like I could not breathe. I was in so much pain. I went to the washroom. I went to take a hot shower to try to relieve the pain on my stomach. I couldn't stand. I started to get hot. I started to get fainty. So I was with a friend, and I'm like, you need to take me to the hospital because I can't breathe. And honestly, I'm not someone that likes to go to the walk-in. I'm not someone that likes to go to the hospital. Like, the hospital is my last resort. Like, I do not like going there. But I just literally couldn't. I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. But when I got up, I like had to change my clothes to wear something appropriate for the hospital. It literally, I dropped to the floor. Like, this was more painful than labor contractions. Like, I was like, this is so bad. I couldn't stand straight. I could barely even put on my clothes. I needed help. I went to the washroom. I was so dehydrated. I was literally laying on my bathroom floor because I could not stand up. I could not be in a certain position. Like, laying on my left side was the only place that I could be. So my friend couldn't even take me to the hospital. I'm like, you're gonna have to call an ambulance because I cannot move. Like, it was so bad. So that was fun. Don't even know if I'm covered for this new prescription. It was something similar. I was prescribed years ago, because I've had this issue before. It was just never that bad to the point that I needed to go to the hospital. But anyways, I recorded a whole video before I left, and it did not record properly. So basically, there's so many parking spots. You have to come right beside me. I hate when people do that. Like, there's so much space. So I don't know where I left off. But anyways, the ambulance came. They checked my vitals. I was just so weak. By the time I got to the hospital, the pain wasn't as bad as initially. It kind of went down a little bit because when I was on the floor, all I could think of was my breathing through my contractions and through the pain, that I was just focusing on my breathing to work through that pain, laying on my side. So when I got to the hospital, the pain was kind of more in the middle to the left of my stomach, and it was just shooting, like stabbing pains that would come in and out. They did my blood work. I was there from 1 till I didn't get seen till like 8:39 in the morning. So all night I was there. They finally got me in and we did an x-ray. This might be TMI for some people. I have over the years self-diagnosed myself with IBS. C, not B. I mean D. There's IBS diarrhea, and then there's IBS constipation, okay? So I self-diagnosed myself years ago. My doctor's like, I don't think that you have IBS. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, girl, I do. I know my body. I know myself. Some people are like, oh, you know, don't use Google. Google sometimes like gives the worst possible scenario, which it does. But I had every symptom on there that you could even imagine. So I'm like, yes, I do have IBS. Like, the doctor years ago prescribed me something, and they did an x-ray before and told me that my colon does not fully empty. When I go to the washroom, I don't fully empty. Like, I go, but So at the time, my friend, she had similar gut issues. And this is actually very common, and this is why I'm on here today, to share my experience, because I know a lot of people that suffer and that suffer in silence. And that was me for so many years. I just dealt with the pain, or I tried to like avoid certain foods, but then here and there I'd be like, whatever, I can just deal with the pain in 2-3 days, like I'll be back to normal, like it's all good. But the thing with doing that is, like, if you know your body does not accept certain foods, and maybe like, you know, it'll make you go to the washroom, or maybe it'll give you some gas, maybe it'll give you some bloating, and then within like a few hours or days it goes away. The problem with that is, like, there may be underlying issues. We don't know what goes on in here. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes in our body. So it's like you can actually be causing more damage than you really know. And that's essentially what just happened to me, right? It's a buildup of things that led to my body like shutting down that way, right? Basically, I feel like it was just this huge gas that just expanded, and it was just really bad. Like, you know, we need to be taking care of ourselves. We need to be mindful of the things that we put on. And it's not necessarily like, yeah, I haven't been eating the greatest, but it's like, it's not even just that. There's things that are healthy that just don't sit well with me. So basically, my girl Eva, when she was going through that, she told me about FODMAPs. And essentially, I have to be put on a low FODMAP diet. When I started my fitness weight loss journey back just before COVID hit in 2020, I was just like, I knew certain foods that were affecting me. I knew what foods not to eat. I basically limited sugars. I didn't eat as many carbs. I ate a lot of protein. I ate a lot of salads. I only ate certain vegetables that I knew that sat well with me. A lot of high in fiber kills me. I cannot eat broccoli. I cannot eat cabbage. I can't eat beans. Beans murder the crap out of me, like bad. I can't. And this isn't like, okay, I'm running to the washroom. This is like trapped gas inside my stomach because I'm unable to process these type of foods. So basically what FODMAPs are is basically a group of sugars that do not break down in the intestine. Like, your body does not process these well, okay? Well, that's why I have to be on a low FODMAP diet that doesn't contain a lot of these properties. Like, I know sugars kill me. I'm going to post a picture here that explains certain like FODMAPs, IBS, and so that you guys get a better understanding, because I know that this affects many people. But I have to be on a strict diet moving forward, and that's not basically like more whole foods. I'm even considering going on a more of a protein-based diet, because yes, you know, fruits and vegetables may be good. It's not good for everybody. What's good for you is not good for my body, right? So that's why we need to analyze ourselves and see what works best for us. I know a lot of fruits are not good for me. There's like way too many sugars in certain ones. So hard being a foodie that like, I'm someone that would eat anything and everything. The weirdest things, you name it, I will try it, I will eat it. Like, I love food. So like, this is very depressing for me, but I know that I could do it. I did it once. It just sucks. It just sucks when you have to go, you know, when you're going out to eat, you got to be mindful. There's certain things you don't know what oil they're cooking with. You don't know exactly all the ingredients that are put into this. And usually when I go out to eat, even though I select something that I feel like would be good for me, ends up messing me up, because you don't know everything and how people cook, right? So that's an issue in itself. And lastly, what I also wanted to say about this is that, like, your gut health can be a solution to many things. Our body holds a lot of trauma and a lot of things with our gut. So not always, so don't mark my words, but in a lot of cases, you can literally heal many different things based on the things that you're eating. If you really hone into your body and figure out, you know, what it's lacking, you know, what's not working well, There's a lot of health issues that people can solve with literally proper dieting and proper foods. I hope that any of this, helped. If you guys have any questions, if you're experiencing similar symptoms and you don't really know what to do, you can definitely reach out to me at any time.